It worked.
It works.
It's work?
Enjoy.
Okay.
Enjoy.
Yeah.
Big on.
Have fun, kids.
Kids.
Hello, everyone. We are back again with a new program of Gamhers. Today, I'm with Nadim and also with a special guest called Andrea.
Thank you, Christina and Nadine, and thank you for inviting me to be here in the program, to have the opportunity to talk about the industry and the Spanish community also here with the esports. And well, I am Andrea. I'm working in the industry of education, but I join or I put together the video games and the education in my job. I have spent the last 3 years at Microsoft in the educational team, working with these two passions for me: the education and the video games. And well, I believe that we need teachers to empower and other teachers to achieve more with that tool. And well, this is my job. And for the part of the video games and the games, I love play Valorant and other games. So, and I don't want to do a lot of spoilers for the next question. So that's my introduction.
Okay, it's interesting because I'm also a teacher, so we will go in deep later. So, okay, Nadim,
Perfect.
you can start with the first question if you want.
Thank you. So, now you were a gamer and turned to caster. This transition, how was it? How was the transition from a player to a caster?
Well, the transition, I think I don't have the time that a player needs to be a real player in the esports industry. I think play video games as a professional player requires a lot of abilities, a lot of time to that I don't have. And one day I discovered the part of be caster, to be analyzed with my role also, and I really love this part because I'm very passionate, like you, preparing this program. So I really love to comment the female teams or the teams in general where they are playing tournaments, and contribute my experience and my knowns about the game to the retransmission. So that is the change for one role to another.
Oh, interesting. And did you face any challenges or difficulties as a player or caster?
Well, I really started as a caster 1 month ago, so I'm going to talk about more about my experience as a player. Overall, I had to overcoming my fears and my insecurities when you start a new project, a new experience like the player. So. And also in my stage as a player, I had to create in my first club 3 different rosters because the girls had gone. There is a lot of disbands. Yeah. It's a very difficult to create an infrastructure to work with the 5 girls or 6 in a female team that I were in Team Focus. So that was my big challenge to connect and to create a consolidated roster in the industry.
Okay. Nadim?
As a female caster, did you have any difficulties related to, say, your gender by the community, like, say, how people perceive male casters versus female casters? Did you have some kind of difficulties in that field?
With being a caster or being an analyst, I don't feel that part. Being a player, I had a bit troubles or a bit difficulties with some trainings against male teams. For example, one day they couldn't play with us because we are female. So well, this is in the player part, but in the caster or analyst role, I don't feel so that difficulties because they know that you know about the game and you have experience, and you try to connect with the people that is watching you and feels what you feel. So that connection for me is what motivated me to be a better caster, a better analyst.
This is curious because with our last guest, she told like a similar example. No, looks like in the clubs, girls are more judged than caster in this case. No,
Yeah.
it's like caster are really welcome, but when you are in a club, it's like you are judged the whole time. So
Yeah,
I don't know.
judge over every
Yeah,
movement and every
yeah.
yeah.
And
I don't know.
it's very surprising. I don't know why. Maybe it's something social. Maybe I don't know. But this is,
Culture, yeah.
yeah, maybe this is something that we have to work with.
I will keep working on that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Another question. Do you have any advice for people or girls that want to join in this industry?
A lot of advice, but I think you don't, you never surrender and you never close doors because you never know where or when the opportunity will arise to you. So it's important to be constant. Yeah, as a player, as a caster, as a manager, as whatever you want in the industry, it's not just play games. I think the industry is more than just be a player. So I started the competition or the competitive part as a player in Valorant and in the industry, but now I am working and I'm training to be a better analyst or caster. So at the beginning, I didn't know the part of the caster of how to comment or how to stream a game. So I never closed the door. So one day I feel comfortable to prove and to be a part of this experience, and I prove it, and I really enjoy it.
Wow, amazing.
It's that transition that kind of got you into it. And a caster, when you're doing this whole casting, what kind of, because every caster has a unique attitude, has a unique style. So not one caster can become the same as someone else because that's like similarities and people want to see differences. You as a caster, what kind of uniqueness do you show in comparison with other casters?
Well, first of all, I like really. I like more to be analyzed and not the caster. When you are streaming a game, sometimes or la mayoría del tiempo.
Yeah, most of the time.
Most of the times, you see two roles: the roles of the caster and the role of the analyst. And I know the caster is more focused on broadcasting the play live and the movements and the strategies at the lifetime. And I don't really like this role because you need to be very adaptive and very you don't have. I need more time. I need more time to talk. I need more time to explain what I am watching in the game. So for the role of the analyst, I think the skills or my skills that I really enjoy and I really want to train and to be better is the part of know about all the game, all the players, and all the things that are doing or are making in the game. So I think that the part of the analyst and the part who needs to contribute to the caster, it's not easier because you need to learn about the games, about the maps, about the abilities in the case of Valorant. And I think this is the part I really enjoy and I really like, and also I think it's difficult to connect the people who is watching you and also the people who didn't know more much about the game they are watching. So
Yeah.
the analyst needs to teach or to explain that people to engage and to connect with the something that they are watching. So I'm a teacher, so I think
Yeah.
this part
I was
I
about to say
really
that you have two advantages. You're a teacher and you're also a player. So
so I
yeah,
make
it's
the
the combo, the
the
combo.
connection.
You make the good combo.
Yeah,
Yeah.
of course.
Okay. Can you tell us your first casting experience, or maybe as a
Well,
player
yeah.
too?
As a player was the team focus. It was 1 year ago. I started the first experience in the competition of Valorant with the team focus, and it really was a good experience because I really remember because was the first team that with I played the VCT Game Changers. It was
Mm-hmm.
a really big tournament, official tournament and global tournament, not just in Spain, even in Europe. And the nervous, the motivation, and the feelings in the first day games, in the first tournament, was really excited for us, for the girls in my teammate, and also the opportunity to face against the best players in the world in Valorant. I really loved that experience. And in the part of analyst was 2 months ago in the Meto Games channel. It's a
Mm-hmm.
great amateur caster in Circuito Tormenta. It's tournaments, amateur tournaments here in Spain. And I had to analyze some games, and I enjoy it a lot. I feel very comfortable in the channel, and I think the connection between the caster and the analyst is very important for the people who is watching you. So I really enjoy that first experience.
Interesting. Interesting.
Basically like a gateway to the community. You're like the educator, gateway to the community. You teach them, you tell them like the data, and it's like, there you go, Caster. This is the information. Use it wisely.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and learn about it. Yeah.
Okay. Another question. You are casting Valorant, but are you thinking about to cast another or analyze another game or not?
Not really, because I really love Valorant, and Valorant has a lot of plays, a lot of maps, and even League of Legends.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy the time do you need to learn about the game. I play Valorant, so I learn about playing the game. So if I have to cast or to analyze another game, I don't really feel comfortable because I need to know that I have the all the information about the games, about the players, about the tournament, and I don't feel that I know another game deeply enough to feel that I can contribute something of value for the streaming or for the retransmission.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So you believe that to become a good analyst, you have to play the game, experience the game before, becoming an analyst. Like, it's difficult to just be an analyst without playing the game in a sense.
Well, I I think so. You can analyze what you are watching, even if you don't play the game. But if you can contribute and give more value for the people that are watching you, I think if you know deeply, you are playing the game, you know the rotation of the maps and the new agents and the new maps, you can give more information and more tips for the people in the streaming.
Interesting. Okay, and now I think we're going to move to the last question because for me it's one of the projects that I'm following right now because I'm teacher, she's teacher, and I know that innovation is very important in education. So, so yeah, I would like to know more in deep about your education project. So if you want to explain.
Well, education project. I will need another program to talk about my education project.
Okay,
But
just be brief if you want. You
no,
can
no, no. Okay. I am going to choose one of these project because I really love what we are building with our team. Well, I join video games. I join education in different programs, and one of them is the Academy Esports led craft education. It's an academy of about esports dirigido a
acá lo que quiera decir, dímelo.
que está dirigido a profes, la academia, no
For
a
teacher,
alumnos.
that is
Okay,
for
for teachers.
Yeah.
Okay, the academy is for teachers, and where there is a program with any cost, and it's open to teachers wherever they are. And it's a program that where the teachers can join the community and cualquier etapa educativa.
For all the education steps.
All the
grades.
yeah,
grades,
primary,
for all the
secondary, yeah, and university. So they can in this academy they can learn about the different part of the industry in the esports industry. With a reference in the industry, we have people that is working with the clubs, people which is working with being a caster, and the teachers need to know a bit about this industry and about the video games because the students talk about this. So we need to try to give them tools, to give them experience to face this real life in the classroom that is changed from very years ago. So in the academy, the teachers can find guides, can find videos, can find challenge in, for example, video games as Minecraft Education Edition, and they can took it and take for their classroom to play with and to try with the students. Also in a educational contest, we use video games to teach. We use video games to learn something and to use the tools for make a different experience in the classroom to complementar el día a día del profe.
Yeah, to complement the day of the or all the days of the teachers, while they are working. So yeah, it's really interesting. At least for primary school teachers, I think is really interesting because maybe high schools and universities there are a lot of projects, programs, also competitions. But what happened? Yeah, but what happened in primary education?
With the little ones.
So I think it's a really interesting project, and I hope that teachers start to grow up, start to feel interested in this sector, because this sector has a lot of positive things. So
yeah, I think so.
This is where I have to ask a very interesting question because it piqued my curiosity. How are the schools and parents responding to this new idea of, the education of the future, we can call it? Are parents concerned? Because there are certain parents who go like saying, These games causes our children to become more addicted to games and those sort of responses. Parents are concerned for their children after all, so they
Yeah.
usually say these things. Also, how are the schools accepting this new idea that's going to change the education? The schools in Spain, how are they being influenced by this thing? Are they accepting to this new change?
Yeah. I think it's very important the point that in Spain, because in the rest of the world, I think also in United States and Europe in general, the video games are part of the day in the schools. But in Spain, we need to face some barriers today with the families or with some schools. But we are in the correct moment because the COVID-19 the last years make that the parents and the teachers here in Spain open the eyes and see that technology is very important for us and very important to face these barriers. Video games, it's technology, so we need to create this experience. We need to create educational experience to involve and to connect with the interests of the students. That video games is in the main of the interest for them. So it's a reality that we need to face these barriers with parents, with some schools and some teachers, but with the backpacks, mochila, backpack. With the experience education backpack with video games, the academy, the national leagues for the little ones, the primary education, and for the older, we face these barriers because the parents see that in other schools or in other environments, these tools has a lot to have a lot to give to the students and to the teachers in the classroom.
Exactly. I think the same. Maybe the problem is that parents usually see the video games at home, like they spend a lot of time playing, but they need to comprehend that if teachers start to use this game in the classroom while they are teaching, probably they can change their mind.
Yeah,
exactly. And maybe they could see and think, oh, video games can give to the children positive things, no? But it's very difficult right now, but I think it's possible. It's possible. We just need time.
Me too.
The parents have to understand which games we're talking about, because when they see their children playing shooter games and they automatically think violence, they get defensive over these violent games, but they don't see the potential in certain games, like say Minecraft. I've seen a lot of people Minecraft being a great source of education and a great source of entertainment. So it doesn't require violence the way the parents perceive it. Because we've seen the old generation how they see it. They see like you're wasting your time playing a game. It's not just about playing game. There's more to it. I've seen kids overcome certain social phobias because of video games.
Yeah.
So
the social part.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I've seen kids who had literally social fears. They don't know how to communicate. So they played games that requires you to communicate, because all games like multiplayer games, Dota, League of Legends, Overwatch, Valorant, they require you to communicate if you want to win. So a child who has, say, social issues, cannot communicate or has fear of communication, they realize that we need to communicate in order to win. So the parents have to see that it's not just sitting behind a computer and playing games. And of course, the way you're doing it, Andrea, is brilliant, because you're using the concept of a simple video game to educate primary schools into something grand, which of course, no doubt, it will be like what we call revolutionary for the future.
And I think that the parents need to understand that not all the video games are valid for all the students. So there is it's very important to understand that, because you in your family and in your home need to work with your children and help them to learn about the abilities or the social, emotional, and control that. and you don't have to give them the mobile or the PlayStation to give them the
Yeah.
time for you to do something different. So in the school it's important, but in the families, in the houses, it's very important to work this situation with the video games and technology in general.
Mm-hmm. Totally agree. Totally agree. Wow, it's amazing. I love this interview.
Yeah.
Honestly.
I spend all the time talking about this.
It's natural, and plus you got
Yeah.
also a teacher, so it's like both of
Yeah.
you understand each
Yeah.
other. Has no idea what's going on. Unlike the random third person.
Okay. Nadine, do you have any last question or
I believe
because?
we've interrogated Andrea enough questions, and with all the answers like spectacular, educational and informative, and no doubt our viewers will be well educated with this concept and this idea.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
really feel very comfortable, so thank you so much.
A pleasure, of
Wow.
course. Christina, anything on your end?
No, it's a pleasure to listen to Andrea. I love the education project, of course, and also I love her career because I follow her on Twitter. And I see her on Game Changers, so it's a pleasure to listen to you. So anyway, I think this will be the end of the interview. So I hope to see you guys in the next episode, and I hope that you enjoy this one.
Yeah, of course. And let's not forget if Andrea wants to tell the audience where
Yeah.
her Twitter and Instagram, so she can have more followers, more stalkers.
Well, thank you so much for inviting me to the program. And well, Andreoide7 is my Twitter for the educational project, and Android7 Val of meaning Valorant is for the projects in Valorant. So you can follow me wherever you want.
Okay, so see you guys.
Take care.
See you. Thank you.